when Big Homie CC got around him, he did what he said he was gonna do. He called me, put me on the phone with him. So he was like, the first thing I said, like, yeah, I know you love me. You can't f with me. You know that, like, man, I ain't finna argue with you. I know how to deal with you. I'm just gonna tell academics and tell everybody, don't interview you and just shut you down. That's how I'm gonna deal with you. I say, yeah, I know. It's what you better do. It's what you better do.
So
you
he
can't
threatened to blackball you, basically.
Of course.
We got Dawgface sitting on the porch, off the porch, man. Hey, Dawgface had some words for Wack 100 on this sit down, man. He say, Wack 100 basically trying to blackball the, you know what I'm saying, all the real individual that's coming up in the game right now, man, which is himself. You know, but Dawgface ain't having it. He say he's stepping on necks and taking names. We gonna get into this content though, man. Make sure y'all go check out Off the Porch, this whole interview. But if y'all want to, y'all come back later. I'm going live. I'm gonna do a whole lot more reaction to this whole interview right here, cause Dawgface went crazy on this interview too, man. So make sure y'all check it out though, if y'all want to watch it entirely. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this content though. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified, and hit that hype button, get your boy into the algorithm, man. Let's go. We got more content coming. You better believe it.
Because of his past relationship with him.
Yeah. Now, last time you sat on these steps, you had a lot to say about Wack 100.
He's still a hoe. It's even worse now. The whole T Grizzly shit. Did you see that shit?
Oh, yeah.
The academics thing?
Yeah, so how did that opportunity come about for you and Wack to get on the phone call during academic stream together?
Well, oh, listen, man. I call him Wack Keisha. I don't call him Wack 100. Man, Wack Keisha, because he's a super, ultra, uber feminine person, bro.
I call him Wack 100. Dawgface say he call him Wack Keisha. He Wack 100, man. He Wack 100.
He's the closest thing to a tranny that I can think of. You know?
Man.
I don't know what woman in their right mind would even lay down with something like that, because he's all feminine. You feel what I'm saying? So what happened was,
girls like girls, dog.
Is that Wack went on an attack with T Grizzly, saying that T Grizzly had snitched on the baby shooting Tony Johnson guy, who, based on his house getting broken into. None of that shit was true. So Wack, academic knows T Grizzly. You know what I'm saying? So T called academics and said, hey, listen, man, I'm not finna get baited into going back and forth with Wack 100 and his whole Clubhouse crew and all them sucker Christopher Loves and all them rat motherfuckers. He said, I'm not finna get baited like Big U did, going back and forth with them, because really what he wanna do, he trying to draw me into a conversation so that he can make me hot, and then so that he can introduce other shit, like the shit that happened with my aunt, the shit that happened with me in the streets and shit like that. So all he's trying to do is just bait me into going back and forth with him so that the feds can take a look at me, so he can try to like trip me up, right? Not that he could or would have, but he's trying to. What Wack does is that everybody that he gets into it with, they locked up. Everybody, think about it.
That's crazy. Is that true? Is it true that Wack 100 I got all these people locked up, bro? You know what I'm saying? He fell out. I know that he fell out with Brick Baby. He done fell out with Loose Cannon, but I think he fell out with Loose Cannon before, you know what I'm saying, after he got locked up though. The guy Jay Diggs locked up, but who else? Big U, the main one that they say Wack 100 had something to do with. There's a couple other things that people be talking about too, man. Make sure y'all go check out my guy Deuce Ends, man. He do content on Wack 100 daily. If y'all into Wack 100 content, he give Wack 100 completely hell, man. But y'all can also, you know what I'm saying, stay over here and check this out though, man. But let's get back into it though.
Everybody that he's had a beef with, they locked up, or they suffered some type of egregious loss just based on getting back and forth with that sucker, right? So T was like, man, I'm not finna get back and forth. I'm not finna go back and forth with that lane. What I will do is, I got my man Dawgface, who's aware, who's familiar with everything that Wack is talking about, and I want you to interview him, bring him on your live stream, and then he'll stand in for me. And when you got people who have the kind of star power that T has, not just in the world of music, but with the video game and all the different endorsement deals that he got, it doesn't serve to his advantage in no way. Even though he does know how to talk. He does know how to articulate. He didn't need me to do anything, because he can defend himself. But the whole point is that Wack was just trying to get viral moments by going back and forth with T Grizzly. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to rob him of that opportunity, right?
Hey, I don't think Dawgface is a op that Wack 100 want in his space, bro. Y'all let me know though, cause Dawgface during this whole T Grizzly thing that went on when Wack 100 was trying to expose T Grizzly as being a snitch or whatever, which Dawgface debunked it, bro. That was so crazy. But y'all hit that like button though.
So academics asked me to explain what was going on, right? I explained what was going on. We talked for we was on FaceTime, because he FaceTimed me with academics on the phone. We were on the phone almost 2 hours, and I was just breaking down how everything Wack was doing was flawed and phony and was lying. And just prior to that, a couple days prior to that, when the first paperwork that Wack had introduced was supposed to be a police report. When he introduced that, and he gave it to Christopher Love's Daily Post, and then the internet started going crazy with this shit, right? Then he went to No Jumper, and of course Adam goofy ass picked up on it and ran with it, right? Because he's a flunky of Wack. And then he took it to academics, and he put it out there. So he came with a second round of paperwork, and he gave it to on live stream. He gave a second piece of paperwork. He sent it to him like, man, I got the real proof. That first piece of paperwork, don't worry about that. I have the real proof right here. I got a 3-page document that really verifies that T Grizzly did tell. So he sent it to him, but Act didn't show it to the world. So during the FaceTime conversation, I said, man, what was that paper he posted that sent you? So he said, I'm gonna send it to y'all right now. So he sent it to me and T. And it was an appeal document from the California State of Appeal, Second Division. So when I looked at it, because I've been locked up my whole life, I've been dealing with law my whole life. When I looked at it, I said, what is this? I said, Act, this is an appeal document. How in the world could Baby Shooter be at the appellate level when he's never been arrested, charged, tried by a jury of his peers or by a judge at bench trial? He ain't never been convicted of this shit, so why in the world?
See, this right here make you want to question all the other paperwork that has been presented, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just being a real individual, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when you hear stuff like that out of all the people that done got accused and have got their paperwork ran and stuff like that, bro, you can't let nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that persuasion and trickery and deceiving shit, boy, it's crazy out here in these streets, man. But y'all gotta pay attention, though. We got people exposed to that type of stuff, man. But I'm just here to call it from my angle, man. And y'all here with me watching, so make sure y'all hit that like button and leave y'all opinion in the comment section, man.
How in the world could this whole situation be at the appellate level right now? It's impossible. So acting like, yeah, you're right. So once I said they said I'm gonna bring you on my show. Be ready about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, my phone rang. I came on the show. Me and that sucker went back and forth. And the one thing about it is that he couldn't stand up because he was standing on a lie to begin with. It's hard for you to defend a lie, especially when you're talking to somebody. You can't out-talk me, period. And you don't have the facts to support what you were saying.
I was just about to say, you damn sure can't out-talk him if you're trying to talk from a lie standpoint.
So all he simply relies on is that once he gets into a back and forth with you online, he gonna turn up on you and start cussing you out. If he knows anything about you, he gonna start shooting at you, which is what he tried to do with me. Oh, you ain't from Detroit, you from Pontiac. Nigga, that's like saying you ain't from LA, you from...
Hey, I got a question for Dawgface, though. If you seeing this, or if anybody know in the comment section, have Dawgface and Wack 100 ever had an altercation, you know what I'm saying, an online altercation before, like a verbal altercation online? Leave it in the comment section if y'all know, though, man.
Long Beach. You ain't from LA, you from Oakland. That's like saying if you from New York, you ain't from Brooklyn, you from Queens. Oh, you ain't from Queens, you from Harlem. You ain't from Harlem, you from South Bronx. Listen, when you from in Michigan, bro, let me tell you something about Pontiac. This is the first time I ever really kind of like talked about this shit, right? Like I just said, if you're from California, right? Let's fuck all that. Let's go right to Florida. That's like a motherfucker from Miami saying, oh, you ain't from Miami, you from Duval County, you from Jacksonville. What the fuck you think going on up in Jacksonville? Them boys in Jacksonville going crazy. So you mean to tell me that the only city in the state of Michigan where motherfuckers get busy at or put your dick in the dirt is Detroit? That ain't true. Just like it ain't true in California. LA ain't the only city in California where niggas will give you your issue. in Atlanta, in Georgia, the only city in Georgia where a motherfucker get your ass together and pack your ass up is in Atlanta. No, you go down to Macon, they'll pack your ass up. You go to Augusta, they'll pack your ass up. So it's just like that, bro.
Were you surprised that he hung up during the call?
I was surprised that he hung up.
I was shocked because I was listening to the shit live. I was shocked when that happened. He hung up. I was like, oh no, this might be over. This one out for the count.
I was surprised. I think me and Act was, the whole world was surprised, which is why when it happened, that shit went viral. The fact that the thing that took that clip as big as it went, it wasn't that I was just on academics going back and forth with this bitch ass nigga. It was the fact that he hung up. You hung up out of frustration. That's why you hung up. You didn't have the facts. You couldn't do shit with me. It's as simple as that. And a motherfucker like him, whenever he gets into a back and forth with somebody who a real man, who really know how to articulate themselves, he run every time. That's his defense. I'm gonna run, shut it down, and then I'll come back later when this person is not here to make my point. But if you're a man, you can stand on that shit wherever, however, whenever.
Have y'all had a conversation or a back and forth online since then?
No, we had a conversation. I talked to him about a month ago. Big homie CC put me on the phone when he was in Vegas doing content. It was Big homie CC, the Unc 607 guy, Christopher Lovejoy, King Yeller. They were all in Vegas doing content together, right? And before Big Homie CC had called me the day before, like, man, I'm finna be in Vegas tomorrow. I'm being around Wack. I'm gonna put you on the phone with him so you can talk your shit to him, right? Because at that point, the academic things had already happened, and I was just trying to figure out what his next move was gonna be. So Big Homie CC said, I'm gonna put you on the phone with him so you can do what you're gonna do with him, right? But they're gonna be filming, so you just already know, right? So I know that. Anytime you're on the phone with Wack, he definitely filming everything, right? So he can put it in his archives and hopefully bring it out and use it against you later. But what he didn't know is that I was already aware. So when Big Homie CC got around him, he did what he said he was gonna do. He called me, put me on the phone with him. So he was like, the first thing I said, like, yeah, nigga, I know you love me. You can't fuck with me. You know that, like, man, I ain't finna argue with you. I know how to deal with you. I'm just gonna tell academics and tell everybody, don't interview you and just shut you down. That's how.
Now, if Wack is doing that right there, man, this industry is probably looked and moved the way it moved because of this, bro. Because we got people in the industry doing things like this. If this is true, dang, that's crazy. Dawgface say, man, they trying to blackball him. He say he gonna can't do nothing with him, so you gonna try to shut him down. That's crazy.
I'm gonna deal with you. I say, yeah, I know. It's what you better do. It's what you better do.
So
you
he
can't
threatened
fuck
to
with
blackball
me.
you, basically.
Of course. And he did that with academics on academics live stream. Stop interviewing him. He's trying to get T Grizzly trying to get you to turn this guy up. I'm already turned up. We already have 4-5 back and forth before that happened. I'm already turned up. I don't need you. I'm where I am right now because of who I am and because of what I've done. I don't need you to turn me up. You wanted the academics and all the other top streamers and broadcasters, I call them blogcasters. You wanted the blogcasters to shut me down because you know you can't fuck with me. That's why you didn't want him to interview me. It wasn't because the shit I was saying wasn't fact. Everything I said is still fact and it still is what it is. You tried to shut me down because Wack tried to control the narrative. So what Wack does is that he gets around the top streamers and YouTubers and all the other platformers. He get around them, he befriends them, and he tries to give them access to certain things so that they believe that he is a necessary evil in their life. And then he double backs and he tries to control what they do and how they talk about certain shit. So that's what happened.
Man, that is crazy, bro. Like, and that ain't hard to see, but how can you stop it when you know what I'm saying? When he befriending the green guys, the people that really don't care about the culture or the street code or none of that. So Wack 100 do stuff like this and persuade them dudes. Like, man, he give them a little bit of something, probably get some information about him and run it down on it. Like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this business. Probably do good business too, cause people deal with him. But at the same time, man, don't do the brothers like that, bro. The ones that's up and coming and that's prospering, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it like that now. You know what I mean? But man, hey, we gonna run into some more to see what else Dawgface got to talk about, man.
Crazy. Now you coined the phrase YouTube streets.
Yeah.
Break this down. What does that mean? How can YouTube and streets go together like that?
Well, I mean, the YouTube is his own world, and what happens, and then you have a lot of, so the YouTube streets is just
As a matter of fact, we're gonna cut that right there. We're gonna say the rest of this for the live I'm gonna do later right on this thing right here. Gonna be around about 1:30 Eastern time, man. Make sure y'all tune in, man. But hey, man, y'all let me know though, man. Do y'all think Wack 100 really out here blackballing people, man, and trying to hold back my guy Dawgface, bro? Dawgface on his helmet, bro. I sat there and witnessed it, bro. I'm like, hey, I called it straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying? For what it was. Dawgface hit me up and I like what you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, but at the same time though, man, it's a crazy game out here, bro, because sometimes it's all on you how you gonna approach it. You gonna kick that door down. You know what I'm saying? It's only right. You gotta kick it down when you got people above doing things like that, trying to knock you back, you know what I'm saying, keep you down. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section though, man. Y'all think Wack 100 playing a dirty game out here, man? Dirty politicking in these YouTube streets basically is what he's doing. Dirty politicking in the YouTube streets. I don't know, man. Just keeping it real. We're gonna call it baller, strike, the metaverse umpire, BT Scoop. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that hype button to get your boy into the algorithm. I'm out.